What's going on? What's going on? How everybody doing? Hope y'all can hear me. I hope this view is okay. I'm not sure if it is, but we're gonna go with it. Okay? Build it while you fly it. So I want to talk to you guys today about a few things, and I hope this ain't too loud in the mic. I want to talk to you guys about a few things. I want to have a few conversations, right, about pressure, about failure, and about keep going, right? Because in life, you're going to have a lot of things that you go through is going to have you under pressure. And pressure is different per person. But what I learned through pressure is similar to failure, right? Because when you are expecting something and when you're failing your way through something, you could be under pressure because there was an expectation that came with whatever you failed at and whatever you're trying to do. And also when it comes to planning, because a lot of times when we fail, I've started to learn for myself is that I'm failing at things because I'm not planning things. And a lot of times you might feel like, well, how can you plan for something that you're not really familiar with? Well, come up with the best plan you can. When you're going through life and you fail and you're trying to plan and you don't know what something is, the beautiful part of it is that you have the opportunity to try to make it right and to fix it and try to figure out what went wrong when it came to whatever you have going on. So when it came to whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to create, it's like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, but you're building it while you fly it. Eventually you're going to figure it out and you're going to get better. It's just time. Like, it takes time for you to develop yourself. It takes time to become what you envision yourself becoming and what you envision yourself doing, you know. So pressure can come from like situations as far as you being in a relationship and you're with someone and you're dating someone and it's not really working out, you know, the way you wanted to, but maybe perhaps you have a child together and you want it to work out and you don't want to split up your family. So now you're under pressure to try to figure out what you're going to do moving forward. You know, if you have a person that's not cooperative and combative and so forth, pressure can be when you have deadlines when it comes to a job, or you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to pursue something and everything is not going the way you thought it would go. You know, deals are falling through, opportunities have fell through, things have changed. The financial revenue that you was having at one point is no longer consistent. You know, it took a drop. Whatever it may be, you know, there's pressure for you to be able to perform. And a person wanted to understand, like, how do you deal with pressure? And it always go back to the person, to the individual, and it always go back to who you're connected to when you're under pressure. Someone that can give you a mindset of understanding what it's like to be under pressure and how to still perform even when you're under pressure. Because at the end of the day, you still have to do what's necessary to move forward. Never go back, you know, like never move backwards. Always have your mindset on moving forward. I'm going to fail forward, you know, so even if it doesn't work out, you know, I have the opportunity to figure out what didn't work, what I need to tweak, you know, and how to move forward. And you learn these things through failing. So even though you feel like you're under pressure when it comes to something, and you may be under pressure, if you can kind of quiet your thoughts to a degree and just try to focus on, okay, what can I do? You know, don't make a uneducated decision. You need to think on your feet, you know, be able to be poised in the moment, but at the same time, allow yourself to breathe and think about, okay, what needs to be done in this situation? You know, what can I do? You have to be careful, because what I like to do is I like to prepare myself for the unknown, even though you don't know what you don't know. But in the case of something happening, I need to be able to put myself in a situation to where it doesn't affect me as much as it would if I didn't prepare for it. Because you can't prepare for everything, but certain things put you in a place of being desperate, and you're moving desperate, and you start to make mistakes because you're not able to keep your emotions under control. And what I learned over time is that your emotions cloud your judgment. So you don't want to be in a position to where when you're making a decision, it's emotional based, and you haven't really thought it through. You like, man, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it because this is what I have to do. I'm not speaking against that, but I'm saying to prepare yourself before that happens. Put yourself in the best position to win, to where if it doesn't work out, you planned, for an alternate route. So for me, that's the best thing that I figured out is that, man, just make sure that you put yourself in the best situation you can, and think your way through stuff. Just, calm things down and then try to consult with someone who is educated maybe in that arena, in that field, that can help you, move forward, give you ideas. And then just on life, but then in life in general, even with your planning and even when you're trying to do something, you have it all planned out, things happen, and people have to understand things happen. Things change all the time. So it's like, what do you do when something changes? You have to learn how to adjust, how to acclimate, how to make decisions on the fly, and for me, these things come from you being really in tune with yourself, in tune with what you have going on, and understanding how you create options. And you create options from having a mindset and the ability to pull from other areas. Well, how do you get that? For me, I get it from reading. I have to be able to have a lot of different information to where now when I'm faced with a problem, I have to understand, okay, I can use X, Y, and Z. I can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out of the 5, what is the best thing that fits in this situation? It sounds weird, but I began to love failure because it helped me to understand that this is how you grow. It's because when you're doing something that you don't know how to do and you're trying to figure it out day by day, you just keep on pushing. You keep on moving forward. And yeah, it didn't work out, and this didn't do the numbers you thought it was going to do, and this didn't pan out the way you thought it was. Any situation it is, always move forward. Okay? And when it comes to all of these things, I feel like that what I learned is to, your focus have to be really there. You have to really be able to focus on what you're trying to accomplish. You have to really be able to focus on what's the goal here, what's the vision, what's the idea. Write these things down, plan these things out, and give it your all. Repetition is the mother of all learning. It's what you're doing over and over. You're practicing. Practice makes better. Keep practicing, keep moving forward. Do not allow yourself to sit back and don't judge yourself in a way to where it allows you not to move forward and do what needs to be done. As far as you're trying to create something, you're trying to create content, you're trying to, create a business plan, your spreadsheet, and then you have all these things and then you're not following it. So I'm telling you, you're going to fail at things. You're not going to get everything right. You're going to even have things, spreadsheets that's created, and then you might stick to it for a little while and then you'll fall off. Life happens, things happen. I was doing the 75 hard challenge. And with the 75 hard challenge, it became more challenging when I was traveling on the road, because now my system that I had in place that made me very comfortable, now it was thrown off. Now I have to try to figure out, okay, how do I do this while on the road when it comes to me traveling and it comes to me having to drink a gallon of water a day, because now I'm going to have to, use the restroom a lot. So I have to plan on the time that I'm going to drink this water so that I'm not interrupted by having to go to the restroom facility, So that's something that's minute, but it equates across the board because life happens. And whatever's going on, you have to be able to adjust and figure out what can I do and how can I get things done. At the end of the day, whatever you have planned for your day, you need to do that and get these things done. Keep moving forward, keep pushing. And even when you are failing through things and things is not always on the up and up, you're still working, you're still moving forward, you still have the goal. A lot of times people might feel like that, man, when I'm taking, 10 steps forward, it's like I'm taking 4 or 5 steps back. But you're still moving. You're still trying to figure it out. It doesn't always happen. You're going to take losses. It's not going to always be the vision that was wrote. Sometimes what you thought you was going to do, sometimes the direction you thought you was going is altered, it's changed. The thing about it is that at least you're moving. At least you're trying to progress. At least you're trying to accomplish something. At least you're not just sitting there and waiting on life to happen and letting life pass you by. You're moving. There's so many things in life that can that can be on you, that can hold you down. It can make you feel some type of way. We get into our feelings and our emotions. That's why I'm so big on not letting your emotions cloud your judgment, because we become very emotional over things and we have no control over them, because we have no control over ourselves and we have no control over our thoughts. We have to be able to control our thoughts and control what we put into our minds to help us, to better us. As you get older and as you become wiser, you start to understand the importance of picking your friends and picking the people that surround you that actually have your best interests at heart. You know, that their agenda don't become your agenda, and that your mindset and how you look at things, you're not trying to put that off on someone else. That you're allowing people to be who they are, but you're trying to be an asset to someone else, not a liability. All that I'm trying to offer when I'm speaking to someone is a perspective. Not my perspective, but I give you my perspective, and I give you a perspective wherever it's coming from, if it fits your situation. And what I'm trying to do is help you to understand that you need to think your way through things. You need to surround yourself with people that is helping you to think, helping you to be a better version of yourself. It doesn't matter what area in your life that you're not happy with, that you want to be better in. It takes time. I think that a lot of times now in the world of social media that we feel like that the work, it happens overnight. And we start to focus more on the things that is not as important as the things that are important. We start to focus on the result of something. And we start to measure ourselves based off of our results versus measuring ourselves based off of our consistency, based off of our discipline, based off of our character that allow us to be accountable to what we have going on. I've had a lot of conversations in my day over time, and people have grabbed me by my coattail and told me to tighten up. I mean, tighten up, bro. Because they know that I should be further in certain things. And even though I'm still progressing and saying, but you're better than what you are because you're lacking something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's holding you back. I don't know what your blockage is. Something needs to be tweaked, you know, and we all have blockages. Even the people that trying to help me move forward and progress at a quicker rate. And not because of they think that I should be going quicker, but it may be that they realize you're moving wrong in this area. That's the reason why it's not going as smooth as it should be going, or it could be going. You're missing these marks. And it's not that you're not able to hit these marks is what they're saying. It's the fact that you're not listening, or you're not doing enough, you're not, whatever it may be. But it is constructive criticism. Tighten up. Don't get to the point to where no one can correct you. Only a fool despises correction. Don't get to the point to where you feel like, no, I like the pace that I'm going at. And if you do that, that's perfectly fine. But also look at the person who's telling you that and see if they have any truth in what they're saying. Is that, man, you're holding yourself back. I've become very in like with the quote from Kobe Bryant, the biggest mistake we make in life is thinking that we have more time. So sometimes when somebody's trying to push you to go faster, it's not that they just want you to go fast. They're just like, man, you have an opportunity to do something. I'm not saying move fast as in just speed, but be more consistent. You know, be more disciplined. You know, be more thought out. Be more plan it out. Do this on this day. You know, whatever it is, have a plan and execute that plan. Even if you're moving at the same pace, but you're doing more, that can be fast. Because now you're putting out, say, more content. Now you're working out 3 or 4 times a week instead of 1 or 2 times a week. So now your results will become quicker on the back end because you're putting in that work. So I just want to be able to come on here and motivate you guys, you know, to understand that sometimes you're under pressure, but do not let the pressure get the best of you. Don't let the pressure weigh on you. Think your way through it. Try to figure it out. Figure out, okay, yes, this is what I'm going through. And it's hard. What I'm saying is not an easy thing because you have to be able to quiet your thoughts, quiet your mind. And meditation is very good because it slows you down. Become at peace with yourself on a lot of different things. Breathing exercises. Stop trying to be so busy and work on the things that really matter. That's going to help you with that pressure. Open up to people. Have conversations with people that can help you through what you have going on as far as pressure. Like, man, this is what I have going on. What do you think about that? What would you do? And you have to be asking people who you believe that can give you a great answer. Something that you're not thinking about, something that you're missing. When it comes to your failures, understanding that you're going to fail. Quit looking at your failures as failures and look at them as lessons, even though you're failing, because you have to learn from these things. Okay, I shouldn't have moved like that. I shouldn't have did that way. I should have thought that through. Yeah, I should have just stayed focused. I should have just kept moving. Monitor yourself. Judge yourself. If you don't want anybody else judging you, judge yourself. At the end of your day, ask yourself, what did I do good today? What did I do bad today? If my day was good, why was it good? If it wasn't, why was it bad? What part did I play in it being bad? And when it comes to moving forward, just keep moving. I don't care how good you think something is, how mediocre you think something is, how bad you think something is. Just keep moving forward. Do not let the things in your mind, because a lot of times your mindset, it holds you back. Your mindset is half the battle. When you don't think of yourself in a good way, you don't project that. You don't project good energy. You don't project confidence. You don't project self-awareness because of how you seeing yourself. You're so worried about everybody else judging you when everybody else had their own thing going on. How can anybody judge you? We have our own thing we battling with. People have their own demons. Focus on you. Quit worried about what someone else might think about you and what you have going on. Keep pushing. Keep moving. Anyway, y'all, it's been my time. It's one love from me to you. Remember that it's progress, not perfection. Remember that. You don't have to be perfect. Just keep moving in the right direction. You rest in the end, not the middle. One love. Until next time.